How's it going, everybody? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. Feels like forever and a day since I last put out a real video. Been really busy, and a few things I wanted to talk about here. Hello? Top Loaded's got me in his basement. He's got me locked up. Anyways, where were we? So yeah, I got back from a trip I took last week. I drove 8 hours pretty much north. I went east, and then I went east. I went west, and then I went 4 hours another way. So altogether, an eight-hour drive. I went to northern Ontario, a town called Timmins, and I don't think I've ever driven that far, or at least in a long time. 8 hours is a long trip, about 800 kilometers, give or take. And it's crazy. Like, I can't speak for everyone out there because we all live in various areas of the world, but at least in Canada here, if you're familiar with the territory, we're obviously north of the US border, but you've got southern Ontario, and then where I'm at, eastern Ontario. For the most part, the roads are pretty wide open. We have lots of greenery, a good mixture of trees, maple trees and whatnot. But like, as an example, if you're going down the highway, there's space, right? You're not surrounded by trees. But once you get further up north, I'm telling you guys, I'll show you guys a little bit of the footage I took here. Now, this isn't the greatest footage. I wanted to take a day off and sort of work my way back the next day. But something pressing came up and I had to come back at night. Hence the shitty footage I have here. It's not the greatest, but if I go back up, I'll try to get better footage for you guys. But you can see there's what we call the Canadian Shield, and it's the rock that you see that's running along the highway. But also as well, there's pine trees everywhere. Like, I mean everywhere. It's so dense, and the further up north you go, the more dense it gets. So yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful, a sight to see. You know, it would be a great place to retire up north if you're into hunting and fishing. It is very isolated. The town of Timmins, which Shania Twain stems from, the country singer, it's not the greatest town. It's okay. But yeah, a great place to retire. I don't know if I could live there. Maybe if I had a house on the outskirts of town and you could sort of live off the land. But yeah, if you're interested, you know, if you come to Canada and you're interested in hunting and fishing, I highly recommend going up north. And yeah, I can't wait to go back. There's so much to look at. You know, there's lakes like every 2 minutes down the road. And the drive up is so picturesque. It's hard to focus on the road because I just kept getting distracted, looking around, looking at everything around me. So that can be kind of dangerous as well. You know, there's signs on the road for moose. So moose aren't as common down where I am in eastern Ontario. But again, once you get further up north, you're dealing with bigger animals. You've got moose, you've got caribou, and all the rest of it. So I was pretty busy up there. I didn't really get time to do a lot of sightseeing. But man, oh man, I love nature. I love the outdoors. And when time permits, when I can go back up there again, there's a lot that I would like to do and take some more footage as well. Now, the last shot I'll show you guys here, take a look at this. When I was coming back at night, this is around, I think, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, there was some major repaving being done on one of the main highways. And so I came up to the construction, came to a stop, and there was a fluorescent bulb, a light, obviously so the workers could see what they're doing at night, but it was shining up against this Canadian Shield that I was talking about. You can see it here. It's absolutely incredible seeing that at night. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. With that being said, what I'll do here, I want to show you guys at least 5 games in my collection that take place in the wilderness. 5 of my favorite games, and maybe you guys can leave it in the comments below. any games that you guys have, favorites of yours that take place in the wilderness. So we'll start with Deadly Premonition. Now, funny enough, going up to the North Bay area, Timmins area, it kind of felt like a scene out of Twin Peaks or Deadly Premonition. There's one area I went through, it's called Deep River, and if any of you guys are a fan of David Lynch's work, Deep River, I think it may have been mentioned, one of the characters mentioned it in Twin Peaks, and also as well in another film that David Lynch did as well, Mulholland Drive. So pretty cool to see Deep River. So Deadly Premonition is on the list, absolutely. I've got the original Skyrim. Definitely takes place in the wilderness. I put, gosh, I don't know, maybe 70 or 80 hours into this game. I think I put more hours into this game than any other game I've ever played, but I haven't gone back to it in a long time. I would like to get the remastered version for the Xbox One, but it's really hard to find. Of course, we've got Red Dead Redemption 2. You could put Red Dead Redemption, the original, on there as well, especially when you get into the tall trees. But yeah, I love this game. Obviously, I really enjoy the open world environments in this game, so I got that on the list. Far Cry 5, again, fantastic game. Takes place in Montana, out in the wilderness. This is one where, you know, I never beat the game. I wasn't crazy on the missions per se, but I just liked exploring the outdoor environment. So I've got Far Cry 5 on there as well. Can't wait to see how the new Far Cry is when it comes out. And the last one on the list, maybe this one is as close to Up North Canada as the rest of them, if not more. So that would be Alan Wake. Amazing game. I think this takes place in Maine, if I'm not mistaken, up near where Ricardo Cody is. So yeah, Alan Wake, one of the most memorable environments in a game. I can remember when you make your way up to the log cabin, and you've got your buddy Barry Wheeler with you, and he's got Christmas lights all over his head and his sweater. Just a fantastic game. So crack open a drink here, beer of the day, old trusty Heineken. Now, what's interesting enough, I bought a 2-4 because it was a really good price when I was in Quebec, up in Quebec City. And then I got home, I'm like, as I spill it here, I'm like, this can is kind of small, but it's not the regular size that we're accustomed to. It's 330 milliliters, so I guess that's the new size for canned beer and canned soda as well. So here's to that. So the last thing I want to talk about here, actually just a couple more things. How we're doing for time? Already at the 9-minute mark. Talk about Turbo Joe for a minute. Good old Turbo Joe. Now, he put out a video recently, and of course it was about the Amico, the bread and butter of his channel. And at the end of it, he sort of threw out like a little quib, talking about how there's a lot of haters out there that are growing their channels based on hating the Amico and putting out hate videos. Now let's take a step back there. Okay. I can understand where he's coming from. I can appreciate that. I'll agree with it. Absolutely. Now, I'm not necessarily hating on the Amico. I play around with the topic. But yeah, there's channels out there that hate on it, and they're gaining subscribers. Absolutely. But Turbo Joe, don't be a hypocrite. You are growing your channel based on the backbone of the Amico community. Okay, you're on a hamster wheel, my friend. You're on a roller coaster that you cannot get off of, okay? We can all see the views on your videos. When you talk about the Amico, sure, you get a couple hundred views. When you talk about anything else, when you do your live streams, you're not getting any views. You've pigeonholed yourself into the Amico, my friend. You're on a bus and you can't get off it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when the Amico 2-3 years from now, maybe 6 months from now, bites the dust and nobody's talking about the Amico anymore? What are you going to do? So don't act like it's just the haters growing their channel on the Amico, my friend. It's everyone that's in the cult as well. And the last thing I want to mention here, it's also got to do with the Amico. I've heard about this guy's channel for the longest time, and I think he has come to my channel before. His name's Relic Gamer. I've heard so many good things about this guy. He's like a supreme troll for the Amico cult. And I finally sat down and checked out this guy's channel today, and fuck it. Roll tape.
Hey everyone, this is Jason, the Relic Gamer. And I thought I would take a moment and, just talk to people because, Darius is really concerned about my mental health.
What could be said about this guy? I don't know. He's walking around his property, bragging about all these houses he's lent a hand in building, bragging about his wife's 2007 Volkswagen Jetta that he's still financing. You do you, my friend. You do you. Yeah, so I guess that's it for now. Not much else to really talk about. I haven't really been gaming. I've been really busy, to be honest with you guys. I'm still trying to get through Titanfall. I'm still struggling to get through that game. No, it's a good game. But yeah, that's it for now. And like I said, if you have any more questions about Up North, if it's something that interests you, if you want me to put out more content, maybe if I go up there in the future, I'll try to shoot a video out in the wilderness, and I'll show you guys some great aspects of this country, Canada, that I live in. So that's it for me. I'm going to finish the rest of my beer. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.